Hello HEMA friends and welcome to this new video. A couple of months ago I headed toward Vercelli where I met with my friend Niccolò Menozzi of the Spadone Project. The motivation? Taking all the measurements and data as possible of this beautiful Spadone, which is part of the Museo Leone collection. The Museo Leone, which sits in the middle of Vercelli, is a beautiful museum with many different findings of different periods. Some of them really interesting for us 21st century sword nerds. One of them is the, academically speaking, famous mosaic Folfel, a 12th century mosaic, once part of the Cathedral of Santa Maria Maggiore, unfortunately demolished in the 18th century. The mosaic seems to present a white and a black warrior facing each other. Whether these represent a real fact, like a duel, or an allegory, or part of a legend like the Chanson de Roland, it is not clear. The name Folfel comes from the letters present on both sides of the mosaic, which seems to mean folle and fello or fellone, which translates in fool and felon. What this means is still debated. Is this indicating the characteristic of the respective fighters, or are the two combatants insulting each other? Well, for now we don't know. Well, anyway, now you have another motivation to visit Museo Leone, which we thank very much for the opportunity given to us to analyze such a beautiful weapon. So, let's go back on topic. The main motivation to visit Museo Leone is of course giving a look to this beautiful Spadone, which my friend Niccolò is going to describe you right now.
This sword can be classified as an early 200 sword and can be put inside a group of 200 swords that, for convenience, we can call transitional, that is, the kind of medieval longsword slowly evolving into a Renaissance one. Swords of this particular design are very rare, and we just have knowledge of a dozen of them around the world, more or less. Some of these have been dated even 1470, but more recent dating can't be excluded though, as for some features this sword resembles the one depicted in Achille Maroso's treatise of 1536. The provenance is unknown, as so far the mark on the blade has not been identified. However, the shape of the elsetti, or paring legs, hints that the sword could be most probably Italian or Iberian. Speaking of elsetti, the ones sported by this sword are weird, and there is no other example of two-handed sword with a rose thorn shape paring legs, but there is one reason. In this case, the elsetti have been hammered by someone, possibly to hang the sword on a wall with the tip up. In fact, the shape has been beaten irregularly, and we have knowledge of other swords like this that prove the original shape. The pommel is somehow odd. Its shape and its bad fitting suggest a possible rework of the sword, maybe Victorian. However, it is difficult to make conclusions without scientific tests on the metal, or without other specimens to compare. Another element that suggests a non-historical customization is the handle. It is wrapped by a double metal wire oddly fitted, with the ends of the wires directly entering small holes in the handle. Usually, decorations like these are made more sturdy by hiding the ends under some metal ring or other kind of metal protection close to the pommel and guard. In this case, this fragile decoration doesn't look like something that could be used in a fight without risking damaging the handle. At least 3 other spadoni with a spiral rope wrapped in leather exist, in Castelvecchio in Verona, in Museo Marzoli in Brescia, and in Doge's Palace in Venice. These swords have a different design and can be dated differently, but they prove that this kind of leather wrapping was not uncommon. For this reason, it is possible that the handle is original, with the addition of a metal wire to enrich it, maybe for display over a house fireplace. The hammer bent elsetti strengthened this impression. Of course, these conclusions are the result of my personal experience and research, and if you are in possession of other information, I'll be glad to listen to what you think and possibly change my mind about this word.
Very good, thank you Nick. By the way, as I bet you will end up asking for them, here you can find some useful stats about this sword. You also have to know that Niccolò is not going around analyzing Spadoni just for fun. He's actually writing a book all about this weapon. He started writing it back in 2017, and since 2018 he's traveling from one museum to the other to search and analyze findings. But his work will not be only about weights and measures of real Spadoni. The majority of his work is made on top of written and iconographical sources, analyzing every possible context in which this weapon found its use. The topics are of course also fencing and duel related, but with an even greater focus on war, to build up an effective and complete analysis about the use of the two-handed sword during the Renaissance period. The research is data-driven, so every single source used to write the book will be easy to find out through the book itself. Unfortunately, I can't tell you when the book will be published, as Niccolò is searching for editors right now, while at the same time considering a crowdfunding campaign. So you will probably see it soon. If you want to know more about the book and ask for more info, just contact Niccolò through the Spadone Project link in the comment section. Very good, people. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching as always, and see you next time.
If you are curious about other more deep information about this topic, remember that many other details will be written in my book. So keep an eye for updates about the publishing on the Spadone social networks, and thank you for watching.